Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Mr. Corey coming from Space City Rottweilers. Hope everybody doing all right. It's a beautiful day today, but just kind of cut straight to the point or whatever. I just want to make this video, man, because I just was sitting out here, letting the dogs, get their early morning stretch on and whatnot. But I just was sitting here thinking, man, myself being an inspiring up and coming dog breeder, man, it was something I didn't necessarily think about. And if you haven't got a chance to check out the Space City Rottweilers podcast, please do so. We upload our video content here on YouTube, but you can stream it on all podcasting platforms via Apple, Google, Spotify, Stitcher, iHeart app, etc. But if you heard or if you haven't heard the last episode that we did, I went into details on me losing a litter of puppies due to a premature birth. And I ain't gonna lie to y'all, that kind of did something to me at the time, and now it's maybe 2 weeks since the situation happened. But man, it kind of took a toll on my psyche a little bit, just because to me, and it's just me personally, anytime when you lose life and you witness it, I mean, it does something to you, or at least it did something to me. I didn't necessarily get the chance to really spend a lot of time with these pups, but just trying to put in that work and trying to keep them alive when I realized like something was going on, that kind of did something to me. But I believe it comes with the territory. I mean, you can't save them all, unfortunately. Like any dog breeder of any breed will tell you that they lost puppies in the midst of after being born. You have situations where unexperienced moms might lay on their pups, step on their pups, or something might be internally wrong with some type of illness. But anyway, I just was just sitting here thinking, man, when I decided that I wanted to get into dog breeding business, I didn't necessarily take into consideration at some point you will lose your dogs, your animals, your companions, your friends at some point, whether it be just due to old age, some type of freak accident, or just some type of sickness. And I didn't necessarily think about that when I decided that I wanted to do this. We kind of get excited and always think about, the good sides of things, and oh man, I'm gonna get the baddest dog. I'm gonna have the best puppies. I'm gonna, be able to sell these puppies for X amount of dollars. Create my own bloodline. Things of that such. People who do this type of stuff, they think about so many different things. But we always forget about the not so good side of things. How many days of sleep you're gonna miss, how much money you invested in keeping your animals healthy, vet visits, keeping them fed with good quality food, grooming, exercise equipment, things of that such. Those type of things, not necessarily bad things. I mean, those are some of the things that has to happen in order to run a good kennel, in my opinion. But the losing life thing, I'm just speaking for myself. I mean, if you're a dog breeder and you got a little testimony, drop something in the comment or something like that. But I never thought about losing animals, losing these dogs, and how that'll take a toll on you. I mean, because you easily get attached to these dogs. I mean, they're a part of your family. Some people look at them as their kids. You know what I mean? And just losing them, I can't even fathom when the time comes where another one of my first dog that I own will pass. I mean, the puppies weren't necessarily mine. I mean, I had people who, those puppies had homes to go to, but I just was sitting back and, if you go listen to the podcast, I get into the story of, mom actually delivering these puppies naturally, and, her having such a big litter and the stress and the toll it took on her body. And then, me possibly having to step in and do emergency C-sections and things of that such, and listening to the vets say certain things. I had to leave mom at the emergency vet and come back home because they were planning on, doing surgery. And this was like 3-4 o'clock in the morning, and I was tired, and I wanted to go to sleep, but I couldn't because I was worried about her and concerned about her. I mean, because just like us as humans, as people, anytime you go into surgery, it's a good chance you might not wake up due to, whatever happens with like anesthesia or something like that. So it just, this recent situation kind of opened my eyes to kind of just be prepared for the good, the bad, and the ugly. I mean, because I probably, would have been very depressed if I would have lost mom, So, I mean, now I'm trying to get better with preparation for everything now. Like I said, I'm still up and coming, young, only whelped 2 litters at this point. All my dogs are still fairly young, ages from 6 months all the way to 11 years. And with the 11-year-old, soon to be 12-year-old recently, we've had to contemplate on if we wanted to go ahead and, put him down, because he's been having issues with standing up and getting up and walking. Now knowing that it's a possibility that he probably has some type of joint or some type of hip dysplasia. He's never been diagnosed, but I'm just, assuming that's the problem because, Rottweilers, they are prone to that. And, when we got him 11 years ago, I wasn't abreast on the knowledge on, these different things that go on with the Rottweiler breed. I just started learning these things within this past 2-3 years with me actually wanting to get into breeding and doing studying and actually looking into the dog. So, I'm kind of just self-diagnosing, but, he's been struggling with getting up and walking, man, and he has to use the wall to assist him with standing. And if he's in pain, we don't want to necessarily have him continue to live through that. So we contemplated on doing that, but, funny situation with that. Anytime we talk about that and he's around, he preps right up like he knows what we're talking about. and it's pretty funny. So we made a joke as a family, saying anytime that he start moving around like an old man, we're gonna say that U word or put him to sleep and kind of prep him up or pep him up a little bit. But I wasn't ready for that, especially with the time with this coming around the time of me losing this litter. And our 11-year-old dog, he's been in my life for 11 going on 12 years. We got him shortly after my first son was born. So it's a lot of bonding there. Like he was actually my father's dog, but now he lives with my grandmother because my father ended up passing, and we went through that together. So it's just the attachment. I guess I'm just I don't want to be rambling or just be talking. I'm just vlogging or whatever, and just expressing myself. In the perfect world, our dogs will never get old or never pass. I've actually I believe it was my first litter, a man who had recently lost his dog ended up getting a puppy from me, and it was hard because his dog, he had been with his dog for like 10 years, and whatever happened with the situation with the dog passing. So I never thought about me being in that person's shoes, but it definitely will come a time where we're gonna lose our family members and companions, and our beloved dogs. And it's kind of just, you gotta mentally prepare yourself, I guess. And I guess like now, as I'm sitting here, I was just thinking like, man, yeah, I gotta kind of shift my mind and do what I need to do. As long as I know that I've done my best and provided the best life for my dogs, I think that would help and be help ease the situation a little bit. Look at you. Help ease the situation a little bit to where it won't be so hard. But I don't know, man. So if you out there watching this video and you've been through the situation or know somebody who's been through the situation, and you got some experience or something you want to say, man, go ahead and drop something in the comments and let me know what y'all thinking. This is my first video doing this, man. I usually save content or do a lot more talking on my podcast, but I'm gonna probably start doing more videos like this as well, just to, I guess, like a behind the scenes or like in the mind of your dog breed, or just whatever, just vlogging, I guess. But go check out the Space City Rottweilers podcast. Like I said, we on Apple, Google, Spotify, Stitcher, iHeart. I also upload the video versions of the podcast here on YouTube. But man, y'all go ahead and like, subscribe to the page. We're gonna be uploading way more content to the channel. Hopefully, man, by the end of this year, where the permanent home for the dogs will be, we still breaking ground with that, doing some construction and things of that such, and that's a whole nother vlog in itself, and it'll probably be more like a venting session. But yeah, man, y'all check all of our stuff out, man. Again, it's something I just wanted to get off my chest, but appreciate y'all.